alluding on that particular stretch of shops. In the surrounding areas, we did see quite a bit happening throughout the day.
And a curfew has been in effect in the city of Santa Monica since 4 p.m. So anybody outside right now is considered to be unlawful. They did declare the protest earlier an unlawful assembly as well when that curfew took effect. As we see some of them now dispersing, it's unclear if things are being thrown back and forth. And as we are now in the 6 o'clock hour, we can remind our viewers or inform our viewers that a curfew is now in effect for the entire LA County. Every city in LA County, more than the 10 million people who live here are now under a curfew. It's from 6 p.m. It will expire tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. Colleen?
You know, Jonathan, I'm glad there was some clarification on that, because all afternoon we heard that the curfew for Santa Monica went into effect at 4 o'clock. And now we see there are protesters still out there, but the county-wide curfew typically supersedes all of that. Gil, has this really been a 2-hour process of trying to move people out of the area?
It really has. It started down on Ocean Avenue and has moved into the city here, into the shops up Broadway in particular here, and still holding the line at 5th and Broadway. But we did see just moments ago items being tossed by groups back here in the crowd at the officers. Some of the officers getting struck by those items and not sure what was being thrown, and that caused the group there to kind of disperse a little bit, but officers using a lot of patience here with the crowd as they get pelted at times with items. We haven't seen a lot of that here, just mostly just a little pushing and shoving happening, and the crowd eventually giving way. Of course, that fire there in the intersection there is out, and they were at just about 10 minutes ago, all in that intersection. They had it taken over, but the police have retaken that intersection and continuing to try to slowly push them up Broadway eastbound.
And is this the bulk of where the protesters are right now? Are there any other large splinter groups in that area?
You know, we've been looking out the window as we've been covering this and trying to see if there's any other groups. There was quite a few people up
some movement at the back of the line. How long will they stand this line before they move people out?
You know, they're holding their ground until they see a mobile field force that comes into play, like you see right there in the center of your screen. As that group approached right there, the entire protest line starts to melt back and melt away. People start backing up, and as you see there, slowly but surely they're stepping backwards as the officers slowly move forward. So that task force there moving in, it sends a big message to the crowd that hey, we are serious. We are going to continue pushing eastbound on Broadway, and as you see, the line is starting to fall apart now. And the protesters are going to start making their way slowly up Broadway from 5th.
Gil, as we continue to look at your shot here,